Viewers, my name is Amber and welcome to Project Pan and Pan That Palette Challenge update. Before we get started, if you have not had a chance to enter and you are interested, I am linking my week 1 giveaway below where I am sending off some beautiful lip products and a Bare Minerals blush to a lucky winner to enjoy some fabulous new things in your collection. You still have a chance to enter. I'm going to use random.org tomorrow morning to pick a winner, and I will announce it via video tomorrow. And I will also put in a new question for week 2. So I wanted to also mention, I had no idea how many of you live in Canada, Europe, Australia, Asia, I mean, you name it. You guys, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know that I put this first week for U.S. residents only. I will open up week 2 through week 6 internationally. It's only fair. You guys have been so incredible, leaving me encouraging words on my Project Pan updates and in my other videos. I want to share the love and give you guys a chance to, so that you can enjoy some new products. So tomorrow's only for U.S. residents when I announce that winner. However, weeks 2 through 6, you are free to enter as you like if you would like some new lip and cheek products that are perfect for spring and summer. So just wanted to put that out there. Go on and leave me a comment in that original video. Don't leave a comment here. Leave a comment in the original giveaway video. If you are a U.S. resident, what lip and cheek products you like to wear during the spring and summer season. And then make sure, if you are under the age of 18, that you have your parents' permission and that you are subscribed to me. I mean, that's kind of like, duh. So just wanted to put that out there. Let's go on and get into Project Pan update. I'm going to go on and start with the pièce de résistance from Urban Decay, because I know a lot of you are here for that. And I just want to say, before we get into it, please do not be afraid of your naked palettes. I realize that they are now worth $54, but it's so economical to purchase the Urban Decay Naked Palette. It is the best value for your money. You're looking at about $5 per eyeshadow. Not even, it's like $4. $4 and some change per eyeshadow. Whereas if you buy singles to replace the ones that you love so that you don't use your palette, you're spending more than you would for the actual palette. That really puts things in perspective. So don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to use these palettes. In fact, I gotta tell y'all, I was in Ulta yesterday picking up some hair care items because I've done really well to not pick up any more makeup. And in fact, I mean, that's why I want to share my makeup collection with you guys, because there's so much I can't realistically get to them. But I walked past the Urban Decay display, and can I tell y'all, it was so foreign to me to look at a completely full palette. Like, I've gotten so used to looking at pans now that I'm like, I couldn't handle it. Like, I looked at it and I'd forgotten what half-baked looked like. I had forgotten what, you know, virgin and sin, like full pans, like crazy. Seriously, it's a very cool feeling to like go through and finish things. So get on it. Get on panning these things, because crazy good. And I'm very proud of myself. And I was even more proud of myself when I walked past that display and I'm like, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm finishing it. This is amazing. So here's where I am. I know. Look at that. See, this is why I couldn't handle walking past a full palette, because I'm like, holy cow, I finished a lot. A lot. So before you go and jump into Sephora and Ulta and buy backups of stuff, I will give you duplicates that you can find from stuff you have at home. So as you can see, I have finished Virgin. If you want a backup for Virgin and you have Urban Decay Book of Shadows 4, Skimp is a beautiful alternative. So that's 2 shadows done now. I finished the Pan of Sin within the last month, maybe? No, maybe I finished it before then. This was a backup of Sin, or a duplicate of Sin, also from Book of Shadows 4. So if you have Sin, and don't want to use it necessarily, go into your Book of Shadows 4 and use Sin out of there, and then you can go back and use Urban Decay, but that's already 4 shadows done. I have finished Naked. That was a sad, sad day, but I found a better replacement that I'm liking even more. So for Naked, if you want a good backup of that and you have the Stila in the No palette, there's a beautiful shade in there called Desert. Let me pull it out real quick. I love this more than Naked right now. It's just a very basic beigey tan shade. It's beautiful as a transition color. It's more buttery than Naked, but I love it more than Naked. So that's already 2, 4, 5 shadows done. I have repressed Buck because you could tell I hit pan before, but it got to where when you start seeing more and more metal pan in your eyeshadows, they are very easily crackable. So one of the things that you can do to use your makeup down to the very last swipe is to repress your shadows or treat them like broken shadows. It's the same concept. I will do a separate video on this. I apologize because I repressed most of my Project Pan makeup so that I could use it down the last swipe, and I didn't think about filming it till after I'd finished. So I will do a video on that. But just a quick explanation, you can also use the same concept if you have broken eyeshadow. If you bought one of these Sephora Z palettes, it looks like this. You can buy a smaller one or a larger one. It comes with a really neat metal tool. It's basically just a glorified like letter opener. Or you could use a paring knife, or you can use, if you have a letter opener, I've used that for years until I, received this in that little palette. What you do with that is go into your shadow and you're going to crunch it up like this, make it really, really small, like you're crumbling it, and then pour some isopropyl alcohol or surgical spirit into it. You want enough consistency where it looks like mud, a little bit drier but mud. Stir it around really well, and then you press it into place, and that way it fills up the entire bottom of the pan. So if you're real funny about seeing metal pan in your eyeshadow palettes, that's a way for you to, make yourself feel like it's full, but then you're still project panning, and then, your eyeshadows are less likely to crack. So I've repressed Buck. I am still using that to fill in my brows. I'm loving it. I repressed Smog, but I am back to using that because obviously you can tell that I have finished Hustle. That was a sad, sad day. I actually finished it last week. So I'm still wearing the mint look, but I put in Smog, and now the eyeshadow's taking on more of a teal look, which I'm kind of digging. Like if you bought the Too Faced Summarize palette, it's a very similar look to that. Use Smog and Urban Decay's money if you don't want to spend the money for the new Too Faced palette. So Hustle is done, and as you can tell, I repressed Creep as well. But you can see further down in the pan, like I'm using up along the sides. It just got to where it was just too thick on my eyeliner brush, and so it was like making it splay, and so I wanted to repress, and that would be a little bit easier. I am back to using Dark Horse to line my lower lash line. Loving it. And Smog, I'm going to probably finish by my next update in June. So that'll be 6 shades done now. Yes, let me put it the other way. Yeah, that's like 6 shades because 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's like 8 shadows that I finished since Christmas. That's a lot of eyeshadow, basically from full-size pans too. Wow, I didn't even realize that. That's pretty awesome. If you're project panning, seriously, like, bust this out because it is perfect to wear every day. And one of the things, if you have hooded eyes, I wish that I would have said this before, like in my glasses get ready with me's. If you have hooded eyes, bring a palette like this out, or any of your neutral palettes, like if you have Lorac Pro, your Naked 2, your Naked 3, and put pops of color on your lids. Because I know for us with hooded eyes, well, actually I'm in the double whammy category. I have hooded eyes and I wear glasses. That's like the huge, what do I do with my makeup category, because you pretty much get written out of most tutorials, to be honest. But use your neutral shadow palettes like this and then put pops of color. Like as you can see, I do the mint, because when you have hooded eyes, that's your subtle way of introducing color to bring out the color in your eyes. Since we don't have large eyelids, we don't just scream eyeshadow at people. It can be very subtle since your eyes are hooded or your lids are hooded. So you want that pop of color, you want shimmer there, and that way your eyes, you know, express themselves to people without being like, wow, that is some serious eye makeup you put on this morning. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm going to keep the Get Ready With Me's coming, because if you want to see looks with blues and black and green and, you know, olive and pink, I mean, we should not get written out of these tutorials just because we have hooded eyes and glasses. I mean, glasses, that's a whole nother gamut that needs to just be changed. I mean, I figured out what works for me, but that whole realm of tutorials needs to be revamped on YouTube and get out of the beige rut. So, yeah, I will keep those coming, but don't be afraid to wear color. Don't be afraid to venture out with these naked palettes and wear colors like gunmetal, or wear toasted, or wear, you know, you don't have to stick with buck, naked, virgin, and thin. Venture out into the rest of the palette. You'll love it. You will absolutely love it once you get used to it. If you are a light neutral fan, branch out into a little bit of color, like in your outer V, or use colors on your lash line. I know Pretty Pistol was talking about in her Project Pan update, she has a bunch of purple eyeliners she wanted to use. Use them as shadow bases and put like, you could put Toasted over a purple eyeliner. You could put Sidecar with a purple eyeliner. I mean, just, there's so many options. Your options with makeup are just limitless. Could I go on to enough of a tangent there? Yeah, like we just need more color in our lives. That's all it is. We just need more color. All right. Then as far as the other things, what I have finished, I finished another color tattoo. This one is in Too Cool. Yeah, done. Absolutely done. What I have put in to replace it, I have brought out my NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil. Thank you for leaving all of your comments. I bought a dud. Seriously, a dud pencil. I talked about how I've had to scrape the inside of this out, and all I do with that is I take the sharp end of this little metal spatula that I got in that Z palette, and I scoop it out like this. I've actually found I use less product that way. So if you're trying to save a lot of money with your makeup, scoop out the NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil. It's tedious, but you use a lot less so it lasts longer. But yeah, it's a dud. I have a NYX sharpener. It's not working on this pencil. And even when I've used other pencils in the past, I can usually only get them to about here, and then they're just done. So now I know I can scrape those pencils out. But literally, I have tried freezing this. I've tried cutting the top off with a knife. I've tried putting it through the sharpener, and nothing is working on this baby. It's done. And I don't want to decant it with the hairdryer into the color tattoo jar, because when I've depotted NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencils in the past, they dry out really, really fast. Like even if I keep them warm and use them, they dry out really fast. So that's why I'm just scraping it out with the metal spatula, which works for me. It's fine. I don't use near as much as I would applying it with the tip. So like I said, if you want a money-saving tip on your Project Pan, scoop out your NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil and it will last you so much longer. So just tip of the day. And then as far as my lid color, I have been project panning my Maybelline Color Tattoo in Icy Mint. Yep, 4 months. 4 months is all it's going to take for a limited edition color tattoo, or if even your Maybelline color tattoos from the Metals collection, since those are kind of patchy. 4 months, y'all. I think this is going to last me about the next week. That's all I have left. So permanent line color tattoos like Tough as Taupe, Bold Gold, Audacious Asphalt, those last about 7 months. These limited edition color tattoos and the metals, If you use them every single day, they will only last you for about 4 months because they are quite a bit patchy. If you are looking to project pan permanent colors really fast, I would use Fierce and Tangy, which is that bright orange, perfect for now in summertime, and then Painted Purple, because those are really patchy like these. So this is all I have left of Icy Mint. And I know a lot of you have told me you don't like to wear the same makeup every day. I get it, but now that I'm project panning, it doesn't bother me to wear the same makeup every day because I'm using it in like 4 months. And I'm talking full-size eyeshadows. I mean, you've seen how much Naked palette I finished in the last, 2 to 3 months. It doesn't last as long as you think. When you mix your makeup around all the time, yeah, it takes you years to finish an eyeshadow. Or it takes you, months to even hit pan. But when you use something every single day, literally 3 to 4 months is all it's going to take you to start seeing pan. So don't be afraid. I pick a neutral eye, and I wear that pop of color on my lid, so that way, every time I'm picking things that make my eyes stand out, but I pick standout colors like this Icy Mint so that I'm not wearing brown eyeshadow every day. You know what I mean? So it's not as bad as you think. And then I wanted to go on and show you guys, this is where I am with Urban Decay's Money. I went on and repressed this shadow. So as you can see, look at how much out of the sides I've used. And I've already hit pan and repressing it. So I should finish this probably, I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to use this because I know it's going to last longer than this Icy Mint color tattoo. But part of me is kind of debating of bringing out Barely Branded or Barely Beige just to finish this off so I have another eyeshadow in my finished pile. Because like I said, I want to finish at least 12 eyeshadows with my Naked palette and finish more than that by the end of December. So, I don't know. I haven't decided. We'll see how I'm feeling with the Orchid trend if I continue using this mint color for a while longer. But since I'm pairing it with Smog in my crease, it does trend more teal on my eyes. And I'm kind of digging it. If you like the Too Faced Summer Eyes palette, but you haven't bought it, or I know they've changed it a little bit from the palette that I have this year, if you want a similar look, bring out Money and then wear it with Smog for your shimmery brown. And then, like with Desert from Stila and the No, you get a very similar look to the Too Faced Summer Eyes palette, especially if you pair it with like Benefit's Coralista or NARS Orgasm, or if you have the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush and Tipsy, you'll get a very similar look to that palette with stuff that you probably have at home. So, just FYI. And then, as far as my highlight color, since I finished Sin and I finished Virgin, I brought out my Too Faced Naked Eye palette thanks to Juicy Fashion using hers. And so when I open it up, what I've been using for my highlight is this beautiful shade called Satin Sheets. It's a beautiful pinky gold color. I've really been loving this as my highlight. So it's more noticeable than Sin or Virgin, but like I said, I've really been enjoying it. It's kind of more champagne-y, actually, like pink champagne. But it's really pretty. I've been enjoying it, and again, gets me into one of my older eyeshadow palettes. In fact, I don't know, we may have to do a thing in 2015. I might just do a poll to see which palette you guys would rather see, because this Pan That palette is going very more successful than I could have anticipated. So I think I might do another Pan That palette 2015 challenge once we finish into January of next year. So I don't know, kind of be thinking about that, like an overly hyped palette you see on YouTube, because more than likely I probably have it. Just kind of be thinking a palette you'd like to see finished next year if you're working on this with me, or you want to see a palette that you own and you want to see somebody finish it. So I'm up for ideas, because like I said, Naked palette, this has blown me out of the water being successful with this. And then as far as, yeah, I'm going to do this for my wear and waitlisted this week. My Marc Jacobs blush. You remember how I told y'all this was like super powdery? I've already hit pan. I haven't even been using this for like 3 months because I actually finished another eyeshadow. If you want a beautiful trend for the orchid season and you don't want to buy an orchid blush, if you have the Urban Decay 15th Anniversary Palette, that beautiful light pink shade called Tainted Orchid Trend, it looks the same as this on your skin. Just saying, just saying. So, I was using it in combination with Sin for the winter time. When I finished it, I busted this out. Y'all know how I feel about the packaging not closing on this. But like I said, I'm hitting pan. Like you can see pan in the exterior ring. The middle of it is way down. I mean, this is so powdery, it goes in no tomorrow. Yeah. It's beautiful in color, but as far as performance and actually putting this on, wait. This is a wait. Because I don't know. It's worth it for the color, but everything else about this, like I don't want to try Marc Jacobs products anymore because literally like 4 months, and it's not even 4 months. It's been like 3. You can already see pan around it, which is exciting, but I expected more out of that for paying $30 for a blush. You know what I mean? So there's where I am with Outspoken. Then another exciting one that I'm just about done is my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil sample. This is all I have left. And again, I repressed it, and that way I wouldn't have any bronzer around the exterior of the pan. I wanted everything in the middle. So I haven't decided what bronzer I'm going to go with next, but this is what I'm using to contour with. Love this. I do have another deluxe sample size of this, but I haven't decided if I'm going to use Benefits Hula or the other sample of this, or if I'm going to just go with Skinny Dip from Bare Minerals, but I know 18 months on that one, so I don't know if I'm ready to commit to that again. So let me know what you're thinking. And then all over bronzer. Yeah, I can't get this to show up flat out. This is the e.l.f. Golden Bronzer. You can tell I'm using a lot of it. Like, look at the dip in the pan right there. You can see I use a big powder brush from Real Techniques. I'm making huge progress on this, but I can't get it to show up. Like, seriously. I haven't decided if I'm going to continue using this or not. I may just trash it because I'm not going to give this to anybody. One of the things that I hate about it is when you start using the powder, there are little flecks of oil, no matter what brush I've used, that collect on the top of the powder. And I sanitize it, but it still leaves this like grainy funk. Can y'all see that? That really bothers me. That's not okay. None of my other powders do this. And I experienced this like years ago when I had issues with my makeup and the mildew. But like I said, none of my other powders do this, and I wash my brushes frequently, but it's just, it's leaving a funk on top. And then with it not showing up, I really wonder if this was just an expired product that I bought from Target. Because that's another sign that your makeup is done and expired, is if you can't get it to show up, it needs to be tossed. So, I don't know. I really don't know how I'm feeling about this. And then as far as other products I finished a Too Faced deluxe size sample in the Candlelight Insurance. This lasted months. They are not kidding when they put these deluxe sample sizes out. These are so worth the $9 if you pick them up at Ulta or if you get them in pallets, because these Too Faced samples in particular, they last a long time. So, because I finished that, I have phased in my Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer that I got in my Pro Palette. I like it performance-wise. My eyeshadow lasts all day. I have no complaints about that. But compared to Too Faced, this formula is really watery, which I'm not liking. I just feel like it's so super light on my skin when I put it on my eye that it's not giving me the coverage that I like. But I am using it. I just want to get through it. So I guess who knows how long this is going to last me. If it's like Too Faced, it's going to be a commitment for a while. But I do like it. If you're looking to project pan something, this is nice. You will get the wearability out of your eyeshadow, but like I said, if you're used to a thicker formula, like it's not as thick as Urban Decay's Primer Potion, it's not even as thick as Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And Too Faced Shadow Insurance to me is like middle of the road. This one is watery compared to the traditional one because they had to put that shimmer in it and they didn't want it to just gunk up all over your face. But I don't know, we'll see. Then, as far as my eyeliner, I finished the Stila, what is this, Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner in Night Sky from the Stila in the No palette. It's a beautiful charcoal color. I talked about this in Where to Waitlist It. For that palette alone, this eyeliner is worth it, and this is not a permanent line color. So, because of that, I have phased in my MAC Black Track Fluid line. Here is where I am with that. If you want your liners to last a long time with your cream products, make sure that you store them upside down in your makeup collections. I know I talked about this before. This is expensive to buy up front, but already this is on 2 years old. Because I've stored it upside down, it is as creamy as the day I bought it. So this is what I'm using to line my upper lash line. I set it with Creep from my Naked palette just because I want to pan Creep. I don't have to, but I'm doing it just so I use it. But this is beautiful. I've really been loving this. Thank you, Pretty Pistol 86, for mentioning this because she is the first person that I've ever seen finish a MAC Black Track Fluid line and film it. I know there are others of you, but she's the first one that I personally have seen that finished it, and because of it, I was like, I've got to bring this out and use it because that would be amazing to see a finished cream eyeliner in my collection. So there's that. And then as far as my primers, I finished a tube of the Monistat Shake and Relief Powder Gel. This is awesome. $5 substitute for the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It's so crazy good, I had to go and buy another tube. I've actually been purchasing this for like the last 2 years, phasing it in and out when I want a drugstore primer. Yeah, crazy, crazy good. Same thing as Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, but this doesn't break me out, whereas the Smashbox does. But yeah, so good for spring and summer as it gets more humid because this will keep you matte. And then, as far as my MAC Fix Plus, I'm on bottle number 3 since Christmas. This is something I'm continuing to incorporate in my collection because it is beautiful. When I spray it on my face before I apply my Shake and Relief Powder Gel, and then I set my makeup when I'm completely finished. If you are too heavy-handed with your powder, or if you are in your car and you notice that your face just looks cakey, MAC Fix Plus will fix that right up. I love the gentle spray of this nozzle. I have tried the Caudalie Grape Water. I've purchased the Evian Atomizer Spray Water. Those like literally shoot water onto your face. So you have to be really careful with those if you're wearing makeup. This literally, I mean, you can spray, I'll show you right now. You literally just open it and it's a very, very fine mist. You don't have to be like, you know what I mean? And you just kind of fan it in. It takes away that powdery look and it just leaves your makeup looking beautiful. Like, I love this. I'm going to continue repurchasing this. This is how I'm back to MACing stuff because I'm really, really working hard to not buy any additional makeup. I mean, hence my giveaways so that you guys can enjoy stuff that I can't get to. And then as far as lip products, I've been favoring my Maybelline Color Vivids in Brazen Berry. I want to finish this off. This is all I have left. I love this. It's what I'm wearing on my lips currently. Beautiful, beautiful color. So that's, I just want to finish this off. And then I should be finished with this by my June update, I'm hoping. And then the other one that I've been favoring is my Revlon Kissable Balm Stain in Darling. I've got a lot in this though, but you can see it is completely flat on top. But there's a lot in there. And then the other thing I've pulled out that I've mentioned in a Where to Waitlist It are these are both limited edition. If you have these, pull them out. Or even if you have the permanent line of the Colorish balms, pull these out because they're just so comfortable to wear. This one is in Provence Romance. I put these on before I do my makeup in the morning just to have a little something on my lips to keep them moisturized. One of you asked me about, does it feel like it melts into your lips or does it sit on top? This sits on top, which doesn't bother me because, like I said, I'm putting it on as I'm doing my makeup. I put them on at night just to have a little something on my lips and use them up. But they're not, I wouldn't say they would like cure chapped lips, if that makes sense. This one is in Legally Regal. But they're beautiful, like if you just want to put them on as you're doing your makeup. Like bring out Tender Mauve or Rose Elixir, Caring Coral. Caring Coral I wore all last summer, and I'm going to bring it back out as I incorporate more of a bronzy gold look this summer. But these are fantastic if you just want a little cushion on your lips as you're doing your makeup, or if you're a balm girl, these are fabulous to wear out. So I've been favoring those. And then as far as my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, I had to buy another one. Here's where I am. This is a staple. I mean, we're talking holy grail of holy grails in my makeup collection. I've been wearing this for over 2 years, and I have not found something that I like better than the Instant Age Rewind. This is the brightener shade. So this is like the 10th or 12th tube I've been through. Crazy good. Check this out. Perfect for brightening your under eyes if you are a glasses wearer. So highly recommend that. Then, since I've heard a lot of hype on this product, I'm going on and including my Rimmel Scandalize in Nude. I need to sharpen this, but I'm working through this pencil. Like I said, I'm hearing a lot of hype on this now. I didn't hear for a long time, so that's why I haven't included it. But this is fantastic for your waterline. It is less creepy looking than the Tarte Emphasize if you are kind of worried with the flesh toned eyeliners. This is more natural looking. The Tarte one is really yellow toned, so it looks a little strange. At least in my waterline, I think it looks a little strange, but this is fantastic. And then you're not paying department store prices. And then I finished my Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. I had days I liked it and days I didn't, so I'm done with it. So I have since phased in the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume in the orange tube. I have repurchased my Lancome Cils Booster XL because I can never be without this lash primer. It's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Not liking it with the CoverGirl Lash Blast though, so yeah, kind of not feeling that. So I've also phased in the Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal Volume Express. I haven't done a weared or waitlisted on this because I figured you guys have seen enough reviews since this is a brand new mascara. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of this at all. It's a little too dry. This one's a little too dry as well. But I'm getting through it, putting them on top of my Cils Booster XL, and we're working with it. So in any case, that is about it of where I am with my Project Pan makeup. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, enter the giveaway if you are interested. And yeah, I'm going to be having a couple of tags coming up, and I'm going to be finishing more stuff before we get into June. So come join me and Pan That Palette Challenge so that you can finish some of your makeup. And I have to admit, I am loving this morning. Like I clicked in and I saw that Tati and some of the other huge makeup gurus are decluttering their stashes and getting rid of stuff, because even they too were looking at their makeup collections going, it's time. We really need to pare down and get down to the things that we love and not just amass more. So come join me on your Project Pan journey, because it's so cool, beyond cool to finish stuff. And I have to admit, I was one of those before that I hated to see panning things. I didn't want to finish. I wanted to save stuff. And now it's like every piece of makeup goes bad. High-end goes bad as quickly as drugstore. It's high time that we enjoy the investment. So, like I said, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this today. I really, really can't thank you enough for being so supportive of me on this channel. You guys are amazing, and I've met so many neat people who are going through their stashes, and I've learned new tips and tricks and ideas, and I'm just out here trying to share them with you too so that you can enjoy your makeup collection. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.